Good day guys, coming here. Welcome back to Langrisser 4.0 news from the future. So on part 3 of this video, we're gonna be featuring the new hero from the Darkness faction, Kertesz. And apparently he's gonna be one hero I hate, not because of his looks or ability, but it's just basically his talent and skills effect are just freaking long. So you can remember on my video quite some time ago featuring Christiane. If you think that is long, yeah, you have a lot to read, and that means this guy is the same. And apparently on this part of video you'll be hearing a lot of non-summon units, so just bear with me guys. So alright, here we go. So Kertesz, so okay, ranks, I'm gonna be talking about his talent and everything at rank 6. So okay, he's from faction, he has 2 factions, Reincarnation and Darkness faction. His talent will be known as Soul Hunting Painter. So yeah, basically that's a rough translation. So watch till the end. At the end of the video I'll be doing a summarized text version of his skills, talents, and so on. So right, okay, his talent. Before the end of the turn, choose and activate one of the following skills. So apparently he has 2 options for you guys to choose. So okay, it's kind of similar like oh gosh, I forgot her name. Oh god, the strategies from the Reincarnation. Yeah, that you can has at the end of turn you get to choose to heal your allies, give them a movement booster or act again. So yeah, oh yeah, sorry guys, remember her name. Yep, Florentisha. Yeah, one of the waifu is gonna be. So yeah, apparently he has he works or apply in such a similar way. So right, so the first effect will be soul portray or soul depiction. So you get to have cast a soul crest or seal on a non-summon enemy unit and gain the following debuff effect. So enemy with this, I'm going to go stick with Soul Crest. With Soul Crest, damage dealt to Kertesz will be reduced by 20%. This effect will be last for 2 turns, cannot be dispelled nor immune. Then number 2, when battling with Kertesz, if the soldier is the same type as he is, increase his intelligence by 40%. So right, so this first option you choose is soul portray or soul depiction. Okay, so you'll be casting a soul crest effect on non-summon units, non-summon enemy units, and they will get this effect. So apparently the damage that they do to Kertesz will be reduced by 20%, and the thing is that this effect lasts for 2 turns, and not only does it cannot be dispelled, it cannot be immune to. So back to Alma. So can she reflect it while still getting this debuff at the same time, or she can't? This is definitely worth to watch, or hopefully any pros will showcase us in upcoming future. Then alright, then next is when battling with Kertesz. So if the soldier is the same type as he is, it will increase intelligence by 40%. So what is mean here is that, for example, if enemy is like, for example, Lucretia is bring the witch unit, which is just mage unit, and apparently Kertesz is also having mage unit, so both are of the same type. When engaging in this battle, it will increase his intelligence by 40%. So if his intelligence is 1000, it will become 1004. So pretty cool, and there's a high chance that you'll be able to finish off enemies hero, or do a finish off enemy hero in the counter attack. So enemy definitely got to be careful when they do a battle against Kertesz. So right, the next effect you got to choose is Shattered Soul. So okay, it has the following couples effect. Number 1, deal AoE damage to enemy with soul, crest, or seal, and if this skills kills the enemy, you get to summon a puppet of the pain unit. So the effect, we will talk about the effect later. So number 2, summon a puppet of a pain unit when Kertesz die too. So there is a rule going for this puppet. So puppet of the pain summon unit will gain the original HP and 100% stats of the killed unit at the point of death. When in non-PvP matches, the stats received cannot exceed 100% of Kertesz's own stats. So apparently they have put in a cap limit when you're playing at PvE matches. And there can only be a maximum of 2 puppet of the pain summoned from enemy units at the same time on the field. So so you cannot have exceed 2 count of summon puppet of the pain summon unit. So I'm just gonna make it quick and easy for everyone. So apparently he will get to summon his own summon unit, which we're gonna call it POP, puppet of the pain. So okay, so we're gonna do a quick re-summarize and description through his effect again. So apparently, so at the end of the turn, you basically do a free AoE damage to enemy who have or had soul crest, and if this AoE damage kills the enemy with the crest on it, you get to summon your unit, your POP unit. So the summon POP unit, you also get to summon a POP unit when Kertesz die too. Then the POP unit will gain the following stats. So they will gain original HP of the killed unit, and they receive 100% stats of the killed unit at the point of death. So apparently based on what they've written here, I'm basically saying on the rough, the translation given here. So if I'm, correct me if I'm wrong. So apparently the unit that dies if they have 10,000 HP, the POP unit will receive the 10,000 HP. But during the point of death, if they have received any debuff that reduce their attack or the other stats, so the summon unit will receive the non-original stats. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then and then if it's a PvP matches, the stats that POP summon unit receive cannot exceed 100% of Kertesz's own stats, and at any point of time there can only be maximum of 2 puppet of the pain summoned from enemy units. So since they write some summon enemy units, so if Kertesz dies, so apparently you can get 3, so 1 is from your own unit and 2 from enemy. Whew, so this is getting pretty hectic and very long, and we have not even touched on to his new exclusive new skills. So his initial path, magician or mage. So you have lightning strike, attack a single enemy, do 1.5 times damage, effective against cavalry. Then second is a new skill, disguise. It's a support skill. So number 1, target an ally and change your own soldier class to be the same as the target soldier. This effect will last for 2 turns. Then number 2, after casting the skills, Kertesz will be able to move 3 squares or tiles again and attack again. When using these skills, the buff turn count on yourself will not be reduced. So okay, so this is definitely a very important skill because Kertesz will be able to morph and change his soldier's class, which is basically a ripoff from Ferroquil's talent effect, but it only applies to the soldiers. So okay, but the plus is that after using these skills, he will be able to move 3 squares or tiles again, and then he can attack or cast his skill. So it's a free game skill, so it will also help watch his 3C or other 2C skills effect. So this is definitely a must, but currently we are not sure if this is a 1C or 2C skills, but well, when it comes out on the demo play, we'll be able to find and check it out. Okay, so his left path, general path. So whoa, okay, he can be a Lancer unit too. That's cool. So reinforce, second path. At the end of a turn, recover 20% of your HP. The third class is Wizard class. So let me have a quick check. Oh, so apparently he has 3 class. So the left path, which is only on the second tier, you only gain self-healing. Then on the middle class, you get the Wizard class. Okay, you have Break Demon, so or Break Magic. So this is a passive effect when entering battle. Before battle, 50% chance to reduce enemies' magic defense by 20%. It will last for a turn. And the third class is the Wizard. So apparently he has an AoE Thunderstorm. AoE deals 0.3 times AoE damage to multiple enemies in range, effective against cavalry units, and reduce enemies' defense by 20%, lasts for 2 turns. Okay. Number 3, we have finally a new skill. So Rob is an AoE magic damage skill. So number 1, deal 0.35 times AoE damage to enemies in range. Number 2, apply 1 random debuff to enemies that got hit. Number 3, apply Soul Crest or Soul Seal effect to non-summon enemy units. This effect will last for 2 turns. Number 4, randomly steal a buff from enemies that got hit. So whoa, that's very cool. Apparently I'm not sure if he can only steal 1 buff or 1 buff each on enemies that got hit, and if it's every enemy that got hit, that's pretty awesome. So apparently that's the new skills, which is so Rob. So yep. So he has 4 effects. Number 1, deal 0.5 times AoE damage. Number 2, apply random debuff to enemies that got hit. Number 3, will apply Soul Crest to enemies. So that's pretty cool. You will speed things up, because if multiple enemies got hit and got a Soul Crest effect, you can choose the second effect of his talent, which is to damage enemy, and hopefully if you manage to finish and kill them off, they'll turn into your summon unit, POP for you. That is pretty cool. Then alright, his third path is the Breaking Demonic Lineage path. I'm gonna call it. So okay, second class, you're gonna have is it Decay? Yep. I think she should be Decay. 0.3 times damage to enemy in range, cause them to not be able to receive strengthening or become buff by effects. It will last for 2 turns. Okay, it's an old effect. We're just gonna skip. Then okay, the third class, the first skill is Seal. It's a passive. When dealing damage to enemy, you have a 50% chance to seal the active skills. It will last for 2 turns. Then alright, another new skill. So apparently Kertesz is the favorite characters here, because he has a lot more new skills than Elma does. So okay, Soul Scream is a single target magic damage skills. So number 1, attack a single enemy and deal 1.5 times magic damage. Number 2, ignore 15% magic defense when battling against enemy with Soul Crest or Seal on them. Number 3, after battle, heal HP based on 50% of damage deal. So yep, it's 50%, 50. So you get to heal back yourself, so that's cute. Number 4, if this skill kills the enemy, which is a non-summon unit with Soul Crest on it, upon death, summon a POP at that current enemy's position that he died at. So yep. So basically, it means if you manage to use these skills to kill the enemy that is currently at on the map that is at position 1-1. So after you manage to kill him off, you'll summon a POP unit at that current location. So basically, just mean that. So okay, a quick go through again. So attack a single enemy, do 1.5 times damage. Then number 2, ignore 15% damage when battling against the enemy with the Soul Crest or Seal with it. Then number 3, after battle, you get to heal back 50% of the damage that you do to enemy. Then number 4, if the skill kills the enemy, which is not a summon unit, you get to summon your POP unit. So apparently this is very cool. There's a high chance that Kertesz will be able to finish or kill off his enemy because for enemy that has Soul Crest on it, he'll be taking 1.5 times damage, at the same time taking additional damage because they had 15% of their magic defense reduced. Then next is it increase Kertesz survivability because he will heal back 50% of the damage due. So apparently if you get to kill the enemy, you get to summon a POP, or if not, at the end of the turn, you get to cast an additional AoE damage on that enemy, so you just boost your high chance of rate of killing the enemy. But as for how much damage the talent will be dealing, it has not been proven yet, so you gotta wait till the demo plays out. And now, finally we get to see his 3C. So his 3C is Song of Soul Suctions. I guess I'm gonna go with that first. So okay, 3C is a 5 CD skills, cast range on yourself, and the damage range is 5 squares or tiles. It's an AoE magic damage, so basically the way it will be cast and damage is similar to Rachel's 3C. So yep. So okay, let's go through the effect. Number 1, deal 0.35 times AoE damage, 5 squares or tiles to enemies around you. Number 2, apply 2 random debuff to affected enemies. Number 3, for every enemy that got hit by the skills, recover 20% of your HP. Whoa, that's whoa. Number 4, for every enemy killed by these skills with Soul Crest and who are non-summon units, summon a POP unit at the enemy's position upon their death. So okay, that's pretty cool. So he has a lot of skill that will assist him in summoning, and then again, this is definitely going to be a great team member for Elwin with the new 3C. Definitely going to keep boosting up damage as you spawn up new allies for your team. So okay, so the 3C deals 0.35 times damage to enemies around you, but not only that, is similar to Bozo's 3C. You apply 2 random debuffs to affect the enemies. Then number 3, for every enemy hit by the skill, recover 20% of your HP. So, oh, that's pretty cool. Imagine that Kertesz is down with, well, maybe almost 1% of HP, and apparently if your surrounding have 5 enemy and that got hit by these skills, you just go poop straight up and get 100% HP recovery. That's pretty sick, I'll say. Then for every enemy that got hit by this skill and they with Soul Crest and they die, they'll immediately become a POP unit at their current position. But do note that we have stated at the start of the video that only a maximum of 2 enemy summon POP unit can appear at the same time. So yep, So alright, this is his 3C animations and effect. So thank you guys for watching. Apologize if I did not present it well. I gotta say, oh, so much. There's so much words, so much repeated stuff, and such a long phrase to keep saying. Oh my god! Even I almost feel like I can't Langrisser anymore. There's too much to learn, and think it's kind of hectic. I would prefer that Langrisser would summon OP heroes, but with a much shorter phrase for us to read and understand. That would be great. So alright, we have come to the end. Remember to like and subscribe my video. This is coming. We'll see you guys on next part of video featuring new exclusive items. Goodbye.